All right, so I've said this before, and I'll say it again, and I think it's appropriate that I got Mr. C.A. Latre's YouTube channel up on the screen as I talk about this because, and it's very important, and I've said this for years. Okay, blacks who want to talk politics all the time, okay, and talk about what these what needs to happen in politics and what needs to happen with the senators and the state senators and the governor and the congress people and the city hall and the mayor and the okay and then the president, okay, and all that. My thing is this: they've said to blacks for years. It's been said, well, black people don't tell the politicians what they want. Black people don't tell the politicians what they want. That's why the other groups get stuff and black people don't get nothing. Okay, black people don't tell the politicians. Back in the day, I remember white folk, like racist white folks, when they wanted to make like excuses about what was going on with blacks in politics, they would say, well, black people don't vote. Black people don't vote. Black people, are just too lazy. They don't vote. They don't vote. That's what the problem is. Black people don't want to vote. That's what they would say. Now it's with these blacks on YouTube is, well, black people don't talk to the politicians. Black people don't tell the politicians that they want anything. Black people didn't tell Bill Clinton that they wanted anything. They didn't tell George Bush that they wanted anything. They didn't tell Barack Obama that they wanted anything. That's why Barack did more for the gays than he did for black people. Barack was going to do stuff for the gays anyways, regardless of what black people did, okay? Regardless of what the fuck black people did. Yeah, man. Yeah, regardless of what black people did. Okay? And I say that to say this. Okay? Y'all saw how Joe Biden carried himself in that Skype call. Okay, in that Skype call, when he had them niggas and shit up in there, and he was talking to him, and he thought he wasn't being recorded. Y'all saw how he acted, and I'm glad that was exposed because it shows for years how these motherfuckers feel about black people. It ain't about black people not voting. It ain't about black people not doing this or not doing that. It's the fact that these politicians, especially, see, they've had this benign neglect policy since Richard Nixon, but the Democrats, ever since then, they have resented the fact that black people are the base of their party. They actually resent that. Okay, they actually, if they could win with just little liberal, and liberal white people and conservative whites that vote Democrat, if they could win with those with just white people like the Republicans, they would do that if they could, but they know they can't, so they resent the idea that they have to carry black people in their party. So they just say, okay, we just not going to do nothing for them at all. When y'all saw how when Biden, it exposed for years. Okay, so for years they said, well, black people don't talk to the politicians. They don't talk to the... Okay, but when them niggas got up in there in that Skype call with Biden, what were they doing? Were they not talking to him? Were they not telling him what they wanted him to do about the police brutality and all the defund the police and all that? Did they not tell? Were they not telling him what they wanted him to do? Okay, and what did Biden do? He sat up there and made excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse about why he couldn't do this, why he couldn't do that. You know, he wasn't going to supersede the Constitution, but then he got right up in there and did 52 executive orders for gays and stuff and illegal immigrants. Okay, but did nothing, you know, concerning black folks specifically. And I'm glad this has happened because it has exposed to black people finally, okay, what they need to do. And, you know, he got up in there, he was yelling at them niggas and shit. Okay. He was treating them like slaves and shit. Like he was motherfucking Thomas Jefferson on his ordering niggas around on his plantation and shit. Okay, he let them know that they was his bottom bitch. That's what he did. That's what happens when black people talk to the politicians, quote unquote. That's what the fuck happens. They get disrespected and thrown out of the room. That's what the fuck happens. So I tell black people, you know, all the blacks like Mr. Reeser keep on saying it's going to happen through politics. We just got to go to the city hall, man. We just got to go to the Congress, man. We just got to go write a letter to the vice president, man. We you know what I mean? We got to go get the EEOC back up and go resurrect the EEOC so more black men can file lawsuits and sue their employers. And that's what'll get us over. Okay? Meanwhile, every other group that comes here, that comes to America, somehow they figure out how to get their hands on the money in America. Okay? Somehow they get their hands on the money, and then 5-10 years down the line, they pass black folks up. And I'm wondering, how they pass black people looking at dumbfounded? How are they passing us up? How did the Koreans passing us up? How did the Hispanics passing us up? They only been in the country 20 years. How are they passing us up? We've been here since 1619. We've been here since 1619. We indigenous. We indigenous to the land. We've been here to... If you're indigenous, how is every damn body else passing you up every 10 years? You know why? Because they focus on the money. They don't focus on this politics shit. They don't focus on this shit. And that's why I've been telling black people for years, get your money, buy land, build new communities away from all these inner cities, Democrat-dominated inner cities. Okay, black men, learn how to farm, learn how to grow crops, become pillars in your community, and become heads of your households again. That is how you solve this. Okay, it ain't about policy. They love to talk about policy and shit. Okay, the first policy should be you as a black man being a leader in your house. That should be your fucking first policy, nigga. Can none of these pansy ass politicians make no policy to make you be the leader of your household? You have to choose to do that. You know what I mean? And I've said that for years to these niggas. I've been on here telling these niggas that shit. To stop playing these games. Thinking these white motherfuckers up there gonna do these. None of these motherfuckers gonna do nothing for you. Everything you get, you're gonna have to do for yourself. You're gonna have to get for yourself. That's everything you get. None of these motherfuckers are going to do a goddamn thing for you. They're not interested. They don't care. They do shit for the gays because half their kids are fucking gay, and a lot of them are gay themselves. If you really want to be real about it. Stop. Where's this fantasy that these white men and women in Congress going to do something for you? When did they ever say they was going to do anything for you? And if they do something, it's going to be something that only benefits them and enslaves you. Like welfare and shit and Okay, that's what it's gonna be. All right. So I've been saying that for years. Anyways, let me know what y'all think. Get the likes up. Peace.